Hey Sarah, thank you so much for your words about memory and especially your experience with these patients with Alzheimer's and dementia. And your work seems very, I assume it would be very difficult at times as well as very rewarding at other times. You mentioned a couple of things in your post that just really are powerful things about memory and just this concept of new information versus what things we forget versus what things kind of come back to us when we break things down and we do things. I really liked the example of the peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and when you guys sat around the table doing the group activity and making the sandwiches, those who hadn't made one in a long time, they picked it up, they made the sandwiches, and they had a really good time. And this concept of memory, it really is an amazing thing. Something I wanted to add, kind of maybe even dialogue with you a little bit is something that fascinates me about memory is the triggers of memory. For me, I've had my fair share of dealing with things, especially when it comes to post-traumatic stress disorder. And something with PTSD with me is that the triggers that associate themselves with certain things, and what they trigger is memories, right? And I've done your cognitive behavioral therapy, your cognitive processing therapy, and I've done even your EMDR therapy. One of those primary things that I have discovered, if you will, with PTSD is that smells in particular, or at least certain actions, maybe certain sights, those have become triggers to specific memories. And we don't even have to really hone in on negative things that trigger memories. We can even think of, like, for instance, when my wife cooks something, or if I cook something that just smells like my grandma is baking. All of a sudden I'm sucked back in time to grandma's house, or a specific holiday. Even if it could be the middle of July, and I don't know, somebody cooks a pumpkin pie. That'll usually catapult you forward to Thanksgiving, or bring you back to a memory of Thanksgiving in times past. So this concept of memory truly is amazing, and it's something that I think about all the time too, when it comes to the idea that memory is something that constantly changes, constantly develops, and it's constantly something that sticks with us throughout our lives. And the idea that it can be triggered by outside things, our environment and our atmospheres, just makes it even that more amazing. So thank you so much for sharing your experiences with me. And I just think that is a really, really amazing thing that you brought up, and something that I wanted to hopefully contribute to in this conversation. So God bless, and I look forward to hearing back from you.